Coming to you live in the spectacular and not so cramped at all dojo. It's SmackDown. I'm Mad Vyking.
And I'm Dirk Mahoney.
Welcome one and all to the championship where 8 lucky contestants will fight each other and get a chance to become the Dawnminator of the year and receive the commemorative Dawn Belt.
As well as a special prize to us, a lifetime supply of banana milk.
Dirk, we don't have the banana milk. That's a prize.
Oh well. We bring you guys live to our entertainment for tonight, a special bluegrass band, the Torn Cape Boys.
Crikey, isn't that something? Dawnmination's still growing strong even though there's a bunch of trouble out there. Huh? Hoist the sails, man the cannons and swap the deck. Cat, calm down. I didn't bring you here in my ship as a volunteer for you to act like a crazy pirate. Shock lass, I'm doing what you told me to do. Be a part of your crew. And what better way to be a part of your crew than become the captain? Now at least you have any sense of mutiny. I'll make you walk the plank. Mate, I'm a shark. I can breathe on the water. And second off, I'm the captain here. Oh, right. Well, what is it you want me to do since you're the captain of the ship somehow? Since the city is swarmed with mushrooms, you're in charge of fending off anything that's got to do with the fungi away from the ship and to save the people in danger from it. Oh, that's it? Aye, that'll be easy for a pirate like me. Good, then you'll need this. What's this alien contraption? Well, a hazmat suit, mate. You don't want to end up being infected by that mushroom wanker, would ya? I hate how that burlap sack of a suit looks. But if it means saving me skin from that mangled man, then I'll wear it. Great! I sure hope they're just regular hazmat suits.
That was a real treat. At least it only cost me $30 to rent them. I could have paid the premium price for a better one, but I'm feeling a little ick from the other day and had to get some medicine.
You know, I didn't expect some Steve Martin bluegrass guest expertise. Coming next is our first 2 fights in SmackDown. Here we have our first match. Juno, the preppy schoolgirl that likes to torture people, and Norton, the dream night owl.
One of them's a nightmare and the other's something, alright. Juno Francisco's a preppy girl with lots of money and lots of attitude. She's done some criminal stuff in the past involving holding her classmates hostage in some cruel game. But we won't talk much about it, especially since we don't want to get sued. She fights with her trusty metal bat to bash people in the head, and her ultimate move is the punishment time.
And we have Norton, small owl he is. He's a guardian of the dreamy realm full of magic and fairies called the Forever Green. He fights with his axe and shield, his invisible cloak, and the powers of summoning things out of that magical realm. His ultimate move is the Dawn of Eternal Dreams. Now that's the info of the two. We'll be right back with the match on SmackDown.
I can't believe I have to fight this small chicken in a tin can just to win this competition. I'll end this match by shoving this bat through him and put him over a fire to make rotisserie chicken out of him.
I am for sure not a chicken. Nor am I for eating besides the fact on guard, dear maiden.
Our first opponent, standing at 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 117 pounds. It's the pink-colored executioner, Juno Francisco. Their opponent, standing at 3 feet 8 inches tall, and weighing in at 198 pounds, it's the small, dreamy owl, Norton.
I'll make it quick for you, Tweety.
I say, give it your best shot.
Let's get ready to Dawnminate.
The first match has started. Juno's standing there tapping her foot. She got out a piece of bubble gum and started chewing on it. If Norton's standing there waiting for the right movement to strike, then he had an idea. He pulled out his invincible cloak and stuck over to Juno. Just as she blew a huge bubble, Norton got out of his cloak and swung right after the bubble.
Ooh, talk about bursting Norton's bubble. Juno backed away from Norton and just let that bubble grow out of her mouth just so she can smack it with the bat and cover the poor bird in pink goo.
Oh dear, I just washed and polished this suit yesterday.
Norton got that bubblegum out of his suit. Juno came after Norton with that same bat and swung it down on him. Oh! Juno's bat hit his helmet. That's gonna hurt. His back then got smacked by the same bat, making him fly off into the distance. Norton got his footing back, flying his little wings to hover over the air. Norton's got an idea. He imagined something in his mind for him to summon a baseball pitcher machine.
Is this like a game to you? I don't even play baseball, but I'll give you 1, 2, 3 strikes on your head and you'll be out in the old ball game.
Those weren't just any ordinary baseball bats. Those are baseball bats that are breaking the sound barrier by how fast they're going. Juno keeps smacking those balls away as they go faster and faster being thrown towards her. Ouch! I think one just hit her in the shoulder. Oh, and another in the leg. She's down on the ground with that one. The baseball pitching machine has gone out of control as it spits out the baseballs twice as fast just to cover her with a huge pile. Now Norton's taking those baseballs and he's turning them into a large metal box. Juno's shaking and bouncing around in the cage before Norton let her out, and now she's all dizzy and disoriented.
Like, I'm gonna barf.
Norton's flying over to Juno with that axe to finish her off, but Juno regained her sanity for a minute and blocked that attack with her bat. They're having a fight, swinging their weapon around and smacking each other until one of them gives. Juno faked a swing just for Norton to pull up the shield at the last second, just for Juno to counter it with a brutal smack on the legs. Juno's swinging that back down on that poor owl to the point where his armor is dented like a tin can at a grocery store. He's left as a broken bird with scraps of metal.
Oh no, you are asking for it now?
Now to finish you off, you chicken. Huh? Like, where am I? Why am I back in this prison of a classroom? And who are all of you?
What? I think we've been teleported into a school classroom with a bunch of people that are all tied up. And Juno is one of them. Wait, who's coming from that door?
Hey, posers. I found a bet that I want to test out on you guys. Gag me with a spoon. You're not as crazy as me. Says an ugly girl who's tied up. What? You calling me ugly? You're the one that's got a mole on your butt and the size of a cockroach. What's that? Can't hear you because it's time. It's punishment time.
The other Juno swinging her bat at the other classmates to knock them down one by one. All that's left is Juno, who's trying to get out of those binds for her dear life.
This is like bogus.
Juno just got her head clocked by the bat and is out cold. The dream Juno just turned back into Norton, and the classroom's turned back into the dojo. Norton's pinning her now. Norton wins!
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Norton.
I cannot believe that worked. Are you right, Miss Juno?
You dickweed. You broke my nail. I paid like $50 for those.
What a match to start up the competition, eh, Dirk?
Yeah, that was great. Still feeling kind of icky though. What's wrong with me?
The second match will be coming up soon in Dawn Time.
I've been in plenty of times of peril and heard many stories of it from my father, the great Primus. But this has to be, if not the worst catastrophe in a city I've ever seen involving a fungal being.
Yeah.
You appear to act differently than you normally are.
No shit, Sherlock.
Is it Tyree Grossman?
Who do you think it is? Yeah, it's her. I shouldn't have dragged her to this nonsense. Hell, I shouldn't have dragged you into there too.
I wouldn't say that. We did our fair share of making sure we got out of there alive. Well, mostly me. Tyree kept screaming.
If you're trying to cheer me up, don't bother.
I would like to ask a question. Who is this lemon character you made up for yourself in Dawnmination?
It's something of a disguise to prevent these three nuts from knowing. Before all this started, me and the other two girls working with me were sent on to one mission. To prevent them from taking over the world and rewriting reality for themselves. It was all started just from that unknown incident back in that secret society called The Root, which is a society that researches the idea of the layers of reality from the lowest to the low, to the highest of the high. Carrot and Thread were members of it before it all turned to dust, and now, with Thread becoming what he is now, he teamed up with Shroom and Bubba to destroy the world with their powers. First time it was him trying to fling fungus-laced logs into the gym, but I stopped him by getting rid of all the mushrooms out of them before they made it over there. Then I had to prevent Carrot from meeting Thread for his so-called bargain to kill Orange for what he did, but that resulted in his murder. And of course the third one was to prevent Shroom from coming over and taking over the gym. But little did I know that the Carrot in there was Shroom all this time. It's all my fault I let this happen.
Believe it or not, I was the same way in my strifes.
Huh?
I fought valiantly to the end to prevent my people from becoming enslaved to these greedy mortals that seek to use us as guardians. I even fought those of my own that sided with them. The feeling of my own people being free was what blinded me from the truth, knowing that lives would be lost during it all. Right when I was whisked away by that wizard into your world, I had constant thoughts in regards that kept lurking over me as I walked into these vast deserts. It doubled as I was put in a stronghold after a deadly encounter with an officer that tried to insult me. Either way, I wished I would do something different to have won that battle. From days on end, I wished I would do something different to have won that battle. Although, I did read something in a book once. Victorious warriors win first, then go to war. Defeated warriors go to war first, then seek to win.
That's true. Huh. You know, for a vicious king that's kicked out of a planet to another, you do know your smarts. Thanks, big guy.
You're welcome. If I'm not mistaken, Charles may need to see you. He has a mission for you.
Right.
If only my people can see me now.
Welcome back to the second match. Tonight's match was between the devilish Hellord Satan and the not-so-devilish Zubaz.
Ooh, I want to talk about Zubaz.
I mean, sure, go ahead, since you're nutted for him.
Zubaz is a menace made out of lightning, and his words are thunderous as his electric attacks. He's the best in everything. His signature move is the Call of the Storm.
And we have Hellord Satan, the bad guy in your dreams, ideas, everything really. He spits fire and raises hell just like where he lives in all those 9 gates. His signature move is the Ninth Gate Hellfire. That's the info on the two. Coming up soon is the second match in Dawn Time.
Well, the big bad red boy here wants to fight me. Just to let you know, I've got this here lightning attack ready to toast you like a toaster. Bring it on! Oh yes, I'm so scared. As if I would be toasted by someone who could barely fight. I could beat you easily without you even realizing it. But we'll have it fair and square. Just for everyone to know what a foolish mortal would look like trying to dance with the devil.
For our second preliminary match, our first opponent. We don't really need to analyze his height or weight, because it's His Unholiness, Hellord Satan. Their opponent, standing at 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 220 pounds, it's the thunderous war cry, Zubaz.
You want a piece of me, you weenie with horns? Don't make me laugh, you clown in a bad sense of clothing.
Let's get ready to Dawnminate!
The second match has started. Zubaz summoned up a large lightning ball and threw it right at Hellord. Hellord just stood there and took the hit. He didn't move a muscle as the shocking strength of the lightning danced around him. And as soon as the lightning subsided, Hellord summoned up 2 socks out of thin air, and he's putting them on. Now he seems to be rubbing his feet across the dojo floor as he walks over to Zubaz.
You're fighting with those silly old socks on? What a wimp you are! What are you gonna do? A little tickle fight?
Wouldn't you believe it? Hellord used Zubaz's power against him with the powers of static electricity.
My apologies, Mr. Zubaz. That wasn't very fair of me. How's about we do the rest of the match fairly after this handshake? Alright, sure. On a handshake. Joy buzzers, they never get old.
Zubaz didn't like that very much. He's throwing thunderbolts at Hellord. Meanwhile, Hellord's defending himself with his trusty pitchfork. He then threw the pitchfork straight up into the air and let it fly right out of sight.
Zubaz's butt got sank by that fiery pitchfork. He's running around like a chicken with his head cut off from that.
Ah! My ass is on fire! It's on fire! Ooh, good thing this unexplained large bucket of water was... Gah! Handy to put out that fire. Wait, this water feels hot. It's too hot. It's too hot!
That's no bucket. That's an iron cauldron.
Huh? What? Oh, Hellord wants me to say this. Now it is time for a special broadcast of the Hell's Kitchen with Hellord. Introducing your host, Hellord Satan!
Thank you, my audience. You're too kind. What we're going to be cooking today is devil on a moon. All you need is one extra scared and sweaty mortal in the cauldron that's boiling for a few minutes. Then what you need to do is add 3 cups of screaming souls, 4 pints of blood, and a pinch of salt from the glutton hills of the 3rd gate. Now let that boil to about 600
You know, I should be really furious right now from how Hellord's embarrassing Zubaz like that. But he's really good at making good cuisine.
You're making a fool out of me? That's it!
Uh-oh. Zubaz is happy about that. He got his chains out and swarming them with the chaotic lightning. He's swinging them around so fast that it's vacuuming all the hellish fire from the cauldron and trying to get the dark spells filled with thunder. Zubaz was flying up in the air with one of those swinging chains to lie on those clouds.
He's done it! He's made the Pyrocumulonimbus!
The what now?
The Pyrocumulonimbus! It's a cloud that's formed by fire, then eventually becomes a thunderstorm by itself. A fire cloud in layman's terms.
Well, you could have just said fire cloud instead of what you said.
I'd like to be smart sometimes too, Mr. Vyking. Hellord's not taking well to that rain pouring down on him. Each time he summons up a fiery shield to protect himself, the rain just extinguishes it.
Zubaz is now conducting something strong with his two hands.
Eat white lightning thunderbolts, demon!
Yes! That was awesome! Hellord is finished from that superbolt! Zubaz wins!
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Zubaz!
Booyah! That was too easy!
With those two winners from these two matches, that's it for tonight. I'm Mad Vyking.
And I'm Dirk Mahoney.
And this was SmackDown. Stay safe, Millennium City, and see you for the second prelims.